Hello everybody, this is RawTech for the Muffin Casket, and today we are in Photoshop CS5 to plan the mob system that we will have going for our XP farm. So as you can see, I've got a render of the map with a grid. It's basically just a coordinate system. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll get straight into the business. So I've marked here where the spawners are at, and these are the 4 spawners that we'll be using. As you can see, it's very easy to do this in Photoshop. So we'll just zoom in and they're there. We can edit each individual pixel like that, and it's excellent. Okay, so they're the spawners, and this blue circle, is the area that the spawners can spawn mobs. So that's pretty straightforward. The limit, I've called this layer, is where the player must be stood in order to get the spawners to activate. So the player must be stood somewhere in that green area for the spawners to be active, but yet out of the blue area. So that's pretty much the key. We need to design this in such a way that will allow us to get that sorted out. So we need to move the cave spiders from the blue area and into the green area as quickly as possible. That way we can spawn more mobs. The cave spiders won't be hanging around in there for long periods of time, when potentially we could be spawning more mobs in there. Hence making the efficiency of this whole thing a lot better. So let's bring up the waterways. You can see it all falls into the blue area here, so it'll catch all of the cave spiders if you like. So we'll remove the blue layer. The red part of this is where the source blocks will be, and where it fades to white is the direction of the flow of the water. These parts here, obviously they'll drop down a bit and go into the next stream, and they'll drop down again and go into the next stream. So that's pretty straightforward. And this black 2x2 hole here, I'm going to call the black hole, because it's whole and it's black. And I'll refer to it as that in the next part of this video, and in other videos as well, probably when we actually start building this thing. So that's the basic idea. Like the cave spiders will fall down this black hole and into some kind of containment system where we can easily kill them. We'll set up like a piston thing which will crush them to near death, and then we'll just punch them. So we don't have to waste our tools. So we'll pop over to creative mode now, and we'll start making this containment area where we'll hold the cave spiders for processing. Okay, so here we are in creative mode. Should mention we're in single player on Minecraft 1.1, so we've got a nice flat terrain generation now, which is perfect to put to good use over here. Now I've made 2 prototypes here. This is probably the one I'm going to use, but I'll show you the one I did before, because obviously we need some holding bays, and this is the one I tried to hold them like upwards. So if we go and put some cave spiders in here, and of course, we need to change the difficulty. Now the 1.1 update makes this very easy to do with these spawning eggs, which came out just the other day actually, so good timing, Jeb. Probably used a snapshot anyway. Okay, so another thing I should point out is, a top tip anyway, use like non-smooth lighting, blocky lighting, when you're doing stuff like this, because it's very, well, it's not important, but it's a lot easier to like figure out what brightness levels things are at if you use this method. And I know Vex uses this as well when he makes his maps, because it makes like you can very clearly see the difference in light levels between these blocks, and that's why I like it when we're doing all this mob stuff. Okay, so the mobs are going up in here, but they always seem to get stuck at the top, which is understandable. And it's what the other one goes off. But I wanted them to like just sit on this bar here, so I abandoned that because it was just a terrible design overall. And I made this. This has got a crusher, which activates for 12 full repeater delays, or whatever that is. I can't bother to calculate it now. These pistons are, because sometimes the spiders get stuck like there, in that block there. So that's just to push them down if they do get stuck. I'm also going to make a better design where that won't happen. So let's put some spiders in here, and I'll show you what's happening. Now the cave spiders aren't tracking me now, like I said in the video before, because I'm on creative mode. But as soon as I switch over to survival, you'll see they'll quite clearly just start tracking me, even though they can't see me. I can see a few of them have got stuck up there, and these guys just need a whack. There we go, to get to the top. So if we switch over, as you can see, they're not following me in any direction at all. We switch over to survival now, and immediately you can see they're trying to follow me. Look, this guy's following me around. Okay, now they're kind of fixing themselves, because normally when they get stuck up there you just have to press the button. So they're now in there. They can't attack me, they can't do anything. But an interesting glitch what they can do is push me like that. And when you get a lot of them in there, they send you flying. I mean, right at the moment we've got about 25 of them in there. Let's make it day here. What do we need? We need a lever. Go away. Lever. Okay. Now, I don't know what this exact timing is, but like screams. When mobs get hit, I call it like a scream. Like that is one scream, and it takes these guys it takes them 12 screams to die. Now we've already done one, and to make them so we just punch them to kill them, we need to give them 11 screams altogether. So we've already given them one, so we need to give them 10 more. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, see, one of them died there because I punched him earlier, which lowered his health. And now these guys are effectively half a heart. So, you know, we can just punch these and they will just die. So we're not wasting any weapons, we're getting XP. We're not getting the drops though, which is why this little hole is down here. Because all of the drops are... Let's just kill the rest of those. All the rest of the drops are down at the bottom there, and we can't actually pick them up. So what we need to do, we need to dig a little hole here, because you can pick up like dropped items from the side. Can't get that guy. There always seems to be one stuck at the bottom there. I think that's because the sign's there. But I'll modify this design later. So we go down here, and we pick all that stuff up. And there we go. That wasn't all from one drop. I've been doing this earlier. But let's do it again. We'll throw all this crap away. Just so you can see, you know, how much stuff we get. So we'll go back to creative mode. So we can use these eggs. Place them down. I'll try and get about 30 of them in there this time. Okay, that should be enough. Right, they're already piled up in there. As you can see, they're getting a bit stuck. So we'll press the button, push them down, and they just like roll along. I mean, if you leave them long enough, they will eventually go into there, but it's just to speed a few things up while in this tutorial video. Right, so how many have we got in there now? 29. Excellent number. Alright, I'll show this to you again. I'll like push you off. It's very strange, but there we go. So we don't have any drops. Let's move back over to survival. So we don't have any drops from the moment, and we will kill them, or we will bring them to 1 heart with this. I don't know if you were counting there, but that was 11. Like, oh, it was either 10 or 11, I can't remember. But it's good enough, because it means that we can kill these guys Go away. With one hit. So we just go and punch them. They'll all die. Okay, so they're all about dead. Damn slams, leave me alone. So we don't have any drops. Go down here. 23 string, 9 spider eyes, and that's from about 30 of them. So that's pretty good. But I'm going to cut the video here again and try and make some improvements to this design. You know, so we don't have to use these row of pistons here. We'll also get rid of it. Not that. Get rid of those guys because they get quite annoying after a while. So yeah, I'll cut the video and I will bring you back in when we've got a suitable design. Okay, so I've made a few modifications. First of all, I've removed all of the brick. Just so it blends a bit, it's a bit easier to see. I haven't made any changes to any of this redstone circuitry or the holding station for that matter. It's exactly the same. I've removed that sand from down there though, and the dirt seems to be getting stuck there anymore. I've also made this tube here too wide, so we can kind of simulate the 2x2 black hole we had going on earlier with those waterways. So let's shove a few mobs into here. So we go down there, the spiders will fall down the black hole. You know, they eventually make their way down, and some of them are taking a bit of fall damage as well. So we might have to put like, well, we'll just make the drop a little bit less, I guess. Quick way to fix that. Now they're not going up into this, but you just give them a whack, and then they start coming up, and then they'll all feed in eventually. And something a lot of people have said to me before on multiplayer, because the client tries to predict where mobs should be in order to save bandwidth. So like the server only has to send out the actual location of mobs like half as much. That's why you see mobs like going up and down through the walls, because the client thinks it should be here, then the server tells it it's there, but then the client thinks it's there, and so on and so on. So these spiders will be tipping, or they will look like they're spilling out everywhere, but the server knows that they're not, and they will not do damage to you. They'll push you around like crazy. Oh, a bit like that. And that's what I was talking about earlier. But yeah, they won't do any damage to you. That's the point of this. So we'll give these guys near-death experience there. We'll turn creative mode off. And we'll just punch them to death. Well, you get how it works. I don't need to show you that again. So basically, what the problem was last time is the way I had them fall, going into this water stream here. We had them like just pretty much going directly from one stream into another. That doesn't work very well, I figured. So we just drop them straight in, and we have the water there and a solid block there, so we get that effect in that corner. And we have fence posts up here, or gates rather, just like signs basically. It's just a bit easier to use than signs because they can be toggled, which is nice. So there we go, we've got a pretty good idea what we're going to do now. So thank you for watching this episode as usual, and in the next episode we will definitely start actually building this thing.